Hello, Laura, lovely. So I'm sending you these corrections. However, I can see that you didn't go to the gym today. So I just assume that you were very busy studying. I know you were very busy studying all day yesterday. So I imagine, excuse me, that you didn't wake up. And if that is the case, don't worry. Please do not feel overwhelmed or anything like that. Yeah? Just if you are going to wake up tomorrow, make sure that you start with the session that you were meant to do yesterday, okay? But I use this opportunity to fix some things from your strict press. So first of all, I'm trying to switch around the video, which is uploaded in here, because the video was like that, and you cannot really see the video in there. But the things that I wanted to say on the video that you sent me is that this is a mistake that I used to make as well, which was actually resting the barbell on the shoulders and kind of doing these things with your wrist, yeah? So if you notice, your wrist is in this position. So in the future, when we are going to put more weight on the barbell, that is going to put a lot of strain on your wrist and it's going to make your wrist hurt. So what we need to do is to make sure that when you get the barbell, let me see if I can get this big. The loom is just playing up. But making sure that when you get, sorry, I just don't have space here. Making sure that when you get the barbell, you don't do this with the hands. You're just gonna get it here. So put the shoulders, just the elbows just underneath your wrist, and the body is gonna rest just in front of you, yeah? So if the body is resting in front of you, you're not gonna be resting it on the shoulders. You're gonna make sure that your wrist is just under your hand, so your hand is under your wrist and your wrist is under your elbow, not here, yeah? So not here, here, which means that you wouldn't have an opportunity to rest the bar on your shoulders. Also, you might have to have a wider grip. All right, please forgive me, this computer is not helping me. In 20 days I get a new one and I cannot even move this thing. But here, so if we are too narrow here, we need to be as wide as wide enough that allows you to have the wrist under the elbow. Not here, not any wider, just here, yeah? And so when you go up in here, on the video I'm kind of doing this with my head, but that is a habit that I built, which I haven't been able to fix. I'm gonna do a new video about this, but ideally you just want to bring your hands in here and leave your finish the movement with your head, with your hand next to your ears, okay? You don't want to put the head through like I'm doing, because that will put a lot of strain in your traps, and you don't want to get the head forward or the head back in here, because then that will put a lot of strain on your shoulders. So then again, few things. Not do this, because when we're going to be putting more weight on the bar, you're going to have a lot of pain on your wrists. Also, the bodybuilding way of doing this, in order to keep constant tension, you wouldn't rest it on your shoulders. You're going to keep it here. So the width of the grip is going to be as wide as you can keep the hands under your elbows. So I would love to see a view from the front on this video next time you do it, because I got the feeling that your hands are kind of driving in, which means that the grip is not wide enough. And now, being on that wide grip, you're going to be on a much stronger position. You're going to be on a much stronger position to actually lift the barbell, because right now when you are too narrow, you're not using the lats, because although this is a shoulder movement, there is a lot of involvement from the lats on the negative phase of the movement. And now again, keeping it here just in front of you, so we make sure that we keep constant tension on the movement the whole time. Also, another thing that I want you to notice on this video of myself is that although it is an upper body movement, look at the way I lock myself, the glutes. You see how I lock my glutes? And this is what I'm telling you about resting the barbell. So look how wide my grip is, and look that I'm not resting the barbell on my shoulders. I'm still putting the head too far forward, but I'm not, I mean, ideally I just want to finish it here, but that's a habit that I built wrongly over time, and when you're not thinking about it, you just make it happen. So before you actually develop that habit yourself, make sure that but your head is not so bad. But what I can see is that your glutes are very relaxed. And so in the future, we want to, so you see how you do this with the head? You don't want to do that. Literally just leave the head what it is. Because when you do this, to do that momentum, is because you're trying to get the barbell from here to here. And the barbell is doing this kind of trajectory. This trajectory, yeah? Here. Let me just pause this 1 second. Okay, I had to reset this computer. So then again, look. If we are doing this in here, so when we have the hands in here, you're getting the momentum from your head to do this, and then you're bringing it here. We want to keep it. The grip on the bar is gonna be wide, so you're gonna stand on the bar and you're gonna put your hands like that. And then when you're gonna put your hands, that's where you're gonna grip the barbell. Now you're not gonna rest the barbell on your shoulders. You're actually gonna leave it here, so your wrists are under your elbows, yeah. And then you are at your elbows width. In here, from here we go up. And you're not gonna do what I'm doing in there with the barbell, which is doing this, because when I do this, I'm putting a lot of pressure on my traps, yeah? And then control the way down and keep the barbell here, chest up. Squeeze your glutes, because the glutes is gonna contract your core, and with your core and your glutes being contracted, you're gonna be in a lot more control over that movement, and then it becomes a compound movement, so not just an upper body movement, okay? So those are the things that I would like you to fix before we move forward into adding any more weight into the barbell. Few things, yeah? So remember, not resting the barbell in the shoulders, because then it will force you to do this. Also because it's gonna put a lot of strain on your wrists. Then you're gonna stand on the bar, in front of the bar. This is what you're gonna do. Once your hands are in front of the bar, you're gonna grip the bar, and you're gonna move towards the bar, and you're gonna bring the bar here, okay? Once the bar is in here, you're not gonna rest it on your shoulders, because we're gonna aim to keep constant tension. Keep it up to here, keep your lats engaged, here, chest up, and from here up. The movement finish with your hands next to your head. Don't do this that I'm doing in there, okay? So that is on that exercise. Let me just go to the next. Now, on the single arm or 3-point row, so you actually setting yourself at a very good position. The only thing that I will say is that the head needs to be neutral with your spine, okay? I might be doing the same mistake myself, and this is something that I'm fixing just currently, because I start having a lot of pain in here, and I realized that in everything that I was doing, I was just always keeping my head down. So remember, head always neutral with your spine, which means that you might have to move it a little bit farther back, so we get a little bit more inclined, yeah? Or just keep it neutral. Just don't sink in your head when you do this movement. But the trajectory of the movement is actually really good, and you look really strong. I would say that we're still a little bit too fast. If we look at 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. So I know this is 1 second up and 3 seconds down. The tempo is okay. What we want to see is that we're still keeping the elbows too high up. We want to bring the elbows back to your hips. So it means that you might not be able to make such a long range of movement, okay? So because you know that when you see that when you are, let me just show you here. When you are just here, when you are, okay, this thing is not stopping. Come on, stop. Oh gosh. 1 second. I'm gonna show you myself because the video is not stopping. But basically, when we are in this position here, all right. When we are in this position here, we're here, and then when we do this in here, look what's happening. The traps are the ones that are taking over. So when we are down here, a little bit lower, from here to the back, that's it, and then down again. From here to the back, so elbows to the back, not to the top, yeah? So you doing this? No, we need the elbow to the back. When we do the elbow to the back, we are gonna be working on the lats. This muscle here, which most of the ladies, we don't have developed enough. And that's why when we practice or when we tackle that muscle, it's gonna start giving us the V shape very nicely at the back. Otherwise, we're just gonna grow very big on the upper back, and the back is gonna stay, the waist is gonna be square. Okay? So then again, from here to here, all right, to your glutes, not to the sky, to the glutes, and then down again, to the glutes, and then down again, right? We're gonna fix that one. And on the lat pull downs, I really don't have anything to correct. The tempo is really good. You're controlling the way up as well as the way down. The only thing will be, again, so when the elbows go in this direction, when the elbows go this way, what's happening is that we're tackling again the upper back only. Now, if we want to keep the elbows more aligned, not 100%, but more aligned, so elbows down instead of diagonal down back, elbows completely down, then we're gonna be tackling again upper back and lower back, all right? But this is us like just literally getting into the nerdy side of bodybuilding, which I know that you want because you have been training long time ago. Okay, so it looks good, your legs and your glutes are looking really good, your posture is good. The only thing is, again, if the elbows go on this direction, we are tackling more the upper back. If the elbows are going a little bit more towards your glutes, so down here, you're gonna be getting more of lats engagement, which is what I'm looking to get with those exercises. Okay, so let's keep this in mind. Bye bye.